this is what people do when you become completely irrelevant and you want to try to get some quick attention and some likes on your post, because maybe you might be doing a tour here soon. Welcome back to the show. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic. So Whoopi Goldberg seems to think being black in America is worse than being a woman in Iran. Yep, you heard that right. Go ahead, roll the clip.
And it's slow.
But let's just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to the United States.
Keep hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step foot during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto.
Killed for I'm sorry.
What, they wear like around? No, I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you, as
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes,
it is up to them.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Tehran. Do not, no one at this table should go to Tehran.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But, yeah, I know that. And we all know that. But every day, we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either. They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot have property. They cannot leave States.
I'm talking about here.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, when you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe.
They can't go out of their house. Women.
You know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
First of all, Whoopi has got to be the dumbest person on TV, and that might be the dumbest thing ever said on TV, folks. I mean, see, what Whoopi's doing here is she's being a gatekeeper for black victimhood, right? So anytime she hears somebody talking about how somebody's being oppressed or, you know, they're not being treated well, she has to immediately jump in and let them know that, oh, no. Being black in America is much worse than, you know, whoever you may be talking about being oppressed or, you know, victimized, right? When it's funny because last time I checked, black people in America seem to have all the basic human rights that everybody else gets, you know, I mean, but when you're a woman in Iran right now, I mean, you essentially have zero basic human rights. You can't even go outside without, you know, being fully clothed, and just, if you show any part of your body or your hijab's not on straight, you're going to be beaten, right? But apparently, Whoopi, that some black kids can't run around in certain neighborhoods, apparently. Once again, that's just something that's made up, you know, that's just made up victimhood, made up, you know, whatever you want to call it, right? She just made something up, and that was her reasoning. You know, that's why it's so hard being black in America these days, because, you know, some kids just can't even run around in neighborhoods anymore, you know? And frankly, that's probably, you know, black neighborhoods where there's, you know, drive-bys and just gang shootings all the time, right? So she basically incriminated themselves with that statement, but that's just how stupid Whoopi is, right? That's what happens when you deal with people who are just the tip of the spear dumb, right? And that's Whoopi Goldberg. But all right, let's get to the next topic. So Jasmine Crockett seems to think that Kamala Harris was way more qualified than Donald Trump. Yep, go ahead, roll the clip.
Because when you think about it, Kamala Harris, light years ahead of Donald Trump as it relates to qualifications, as it relates to her overall resume, and as it relates to the fact that she was a lot younger. Everybody said that they wanted to get rid of Joe Biden because he was too old. Then you had a younger, qualified, non-felon candidate, and somehow the people still chose the old white man. So, like, for me, I don't think it was ever about that.
It's just hilarious how they're trying to claim that this woman is like the next superstar of the Democratic Party, you know. And they're basically on life support right now because the Democratic National Committee is completely broke after the U.S. aid cuts. It was completely funding the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, all she's doing is bringing the ghetto to the party, and the majority of people don't want a party that's just ghetto and sounds ghetto. You know, that's all that is, right? That's what she does. It's like, that's her whole shtick. But yeah, to insinuate that Kamala Harris was more qualified to be president than Donald Trump, in what way? In what way? Give me one way that she was more qualified to be president than Donald. And don't give me, oh, she was younger. And she used the whole, they said that against Biden, that he was too old. They didn't want to vote for him. No, nobody wanted to vote for the guy because he had no brain function left at all, right? That was the reason. It wasn't he was too old, which he was very old. But when you get an old guy like Trump, who's what, 79 now and just still sharp as a tack, I mean, it's like, is he anywhere near a cognitive decline of Biden, you know? But I mean, he's way sharper than Kamala Harris. I mean, we all know every time Kamala had to answer a question, it was just word salad, word salad, word salad. That's all she could do. But yeah, this Jasmine Crockett, it's just so funny that people are calling her the next superstar of the Democratic Party. I mean, good. Just keep sending her out there to talk and keep just getting people to abandon the party. That's all that's happening. Every time that woman talks, more people leave. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So New York Governor Kathy Hochul has announced that they will be spending $50 million worth of taxpayer money to fund illegals' legal bills. Go ahead, roll the clip.
Nothing on New York Governor Kathy Hochul, because she's putting her money where her mouth is. She's going to spend millions of your taxpayer dollars for legal services for illegal immigrants.
We're also concerned about those that are walking out of this courthouse, taken away from their families. They don't have the attention. They don't have the lawyers. And that's why the state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
Your taxpayer dollars at work in New York.
Yeah, so once again, it's just another way to just say screw you to the taxpayers. We all know you want these illegals gone, and the numbers are just showing just huge support for Trump right now and his deportation efforts. But yeah, this is just another, hopefully we can keep these people here and buy ourselves just another vote, you know, like let's keep them here just so we can get their vote. That's all it is, folks. Anybody who doesn't realize why they want these illegals here so bad and why they fight for illegals way more than they do actual Americans, it all has to do with the voting, because they're going to vote Democrat because the Democrats are the ones that give them all the free stuff, right? And the Republicans are the boogeymen who want them gone, right? So why they have no incentive to vote Republican, only incentive to vote Democrat because they're just getting a free funnel of everything, basically. But yeah, it's just the fact that this governor is just going out there and announcing this like she's like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and all Americans would be like, yeah, great, we just love that you're spending our taxpayer dollars on illegals' legal bills. Oh, great, you know, we're really gonna vote for you next election, right? Or like, we don't want you just gone immediately. You know, it's like the woman's face too is like completely jabbed. I think she's got like, you know, like Bell's palsy or something going on. There's some clips running around where she could barely even like move her face. It's just getting a little wild there in New York. At least the mayor of New York City, that Eric Adams dude, is finally kind of just getting his senses. But yeah, the governor is just completely destroying New York, and this is just adding to it, just wasting taxpayer dollars on more illegals. You know, that's all it is. That's all it is. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. The lead singer, Ronnie Winter of the band the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, I mean, when was the last time you heard of them? Apparently doesn't want Trump voters at any of their concerts anymore. Roll the clip.
What's up, Ronnie from Red Jumpsuit here, just doing like a quick little PSA. I thought I was pretty clear about all this stuff in 2020, and as you notice on my Instagram wall, I did not remove any of that stuff from the Stay Woke campaign, I guess you guys are calling it, from 2020. Look, man, the thing about being woke is you're awake. And once you're awake, you can never go to sleep. And not only has nothing changed, but everything they said was going to happen to woke people has happened. You have done nothing but prove them right. So here it is again, in case somehow you missed it. Hi, I'm Ronnie Winter. I sing for the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and I actually follow what Jesus says. If you're a Christian and you're watching this and you voted for Donald Trump, shame on you. You are not allowed to come to my shows. I don't want you there. Don't come to my shows. It's awesome that you love Face Down. It's not for you. It's not your song. Okay? It is not your song. If you voted for Donald Trump, do not come to my shows, or ever. Not just like these 4 years. Don't come to my shows, because you're going to hear a lot of woke propaganda, and you're going to hear like the actual words of Jesus. You're going to see a lot of acceptance from all areas of life and races. And you're just going to see a lot of like harmony. Okay? That's not what you're about. Okay? Don't come. Refunds are available. Forever don't come. Goodbye.
This is what people do when you become completely irrelevant and you want to try to get some quick attention and some likes on your post, because maybe you might be doing a tour here soon, right? When was the last time you ever heard of this band? And can you even name one Red Jumpsuit Apparatus song? I don't think so. I couldn't. I mean, if it was a life and death situation, I'd just be like, all right, yeah, just go ahead and take me out. I'm not going to be able to do it. But yeah, this is what you do when you're trying to garner some sort of fake news attention, because that's all it is, right? You're just virtue signaling to like 20% of people now, because anybody who's going to go out and say this type of thing is just completely just alienating like the whole 80% of America that's like not even necessarily supports Trump, but just hates all the stuff that's going on from the Democrats, like all the trans and the illegals and the Ukraine. It's like, you don't even need to be like a super Trump supporter anymore to just know that you want nothing to do with the Democrat Party, right? It's like, okay, yeah, like I'm just a total independent. I mean, I'm cool with what Trump does. I don't hate the guy, but I don't love the guy. But yeah, I want nothing to do with, funding illegals and, going after ICE agents who are just trying to do their job. And do you think the other band members are on board with this guy doing this? Or do you think they just completely came out and were like, bro, what the hell are you doing, dude? You just alienated the majority of the country. Now nobody's going to ever want to go to our concerts ever again. I mean, like there were probably that many people going to Red Jumpsuit Apparatus concerts anyways, but yeah, that pretty much is the nail in the coffin of you people being relevant and ever, having any sort of success ever again, outside of, I guess your few hardcore fans that just have to go to your shows, right? But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.